These 9 white letters are known worldwide as a marker of glamour, wealth, and realized dreams. Standing tall over Los Angeles, the Hollywood sign represents the global projection of success. But hikers and park rangers patrolling these trails at night frequently report something else. They describe a woman in 1930s clothing and the sudden, overwhelming scent of gardenias just before a figure vanishes into the brush. This piece of local folklore is rooted in a grounded historical event. It stems from a very real, talented actress who climbed to the top of the sign and jumped. Her name was Peg Entwistle. Her story is defined by a narrow window of time, a 24-hour margin between an act of irreversible despair and a life-changing breakthrough. The structure designed to broadcast Hollywood's promise of fame became the site of its most haunting piece of history. In 1932, the Great Depression was crushing the United States. Outside the city, the reality for millions was defined by poverty and breadlines as the economy collapsed. Yet Hollywood felt insulated from the crisis. The film industry was exploding, creating a bubble of wealth and glittering nightlife that stood in direct contrast to the rest of the country. Peg Entwistle arrived in this environment as an established Broadway actress. She was talented, respected on the New York stage, and fully expected to find her place in this booming cinematic world. Instead, she was met with a sequence of constant rejections. One role after another went to someone else. Her financial savings disappeared, and her confidence began to erode. Failing in a hyper-concentrated environment built on visible success creates a unique kind of isolation. It forms a success vacuum, where struggling feels like a personal failure rather than a shared hardship. On the night of September 16, 1932, Peg left her uncle's house. She told him she was going for a short walk to a nearby drugstore. Instead, she began the grueling hike up the steep, dark terrain of Mount Lee. It was a difficult climb through thick brush and dangerous footing in the dead of night. She made her way to the original real estate sign, which then read Hollywoodland. She stopped at the base of the letter H, which stood 50 feet tall. She followed a deliberate sequence of actions. She took off her coat, placed her purse on the ground, and scaled a workman's ladder to reach the top of the letter. Looking down at the city lights that had not yet offered her a chance, she jumped into the darkness. 2 days later, a hiker found her body along with a short suicide note left in her purse on the hillside. In the note, she called herself a coward and apologized for the pain she was causing. She had completely internalized Hollywood's systemic rejection as a personal moral failure. To see the full scope of the tragedy, we have to look at the timeline of events that occurred immediately after she died. Exactly 24 hours after she jumped, the Postal Service made a routine delivery to her home address. It was a letter from the Beverly Hills Playhouse. Inside was an official contract offering her a lead role in a new stage production. The part was for a lead character driven to suicide. The professional validation she died for was in the mail while her body lay on the mountain. Peg Entwistle wanted to be known for her acting talent. Instead, she became a permanent part of the city's dark folklore. Her story demonstrates that the breakthrough you are waiting for may be arriving tomorrow. Peg surrendered just as the life she wanted was finally being offered to her.